think where eh, kind of starting to lean into this Lane stuff because again, you've been very clear on this. There's optimism for sure surrounding the Lane situation, and I do believe from what I've heard and talking with you that obviously the boosters have a heavy involvement, actually as they've always have.
Mhm.
But it almost feels like may have been some pushback before. I don't know, getting into the political part of this where this is why we're seeing this movement because but it almost like it's like, hey, the boosters agreed to go with this route. It's turned out to be an atrocious idea because of they kind of were just way too hands off. And again, you still need boosters. You still need their income to help
Mhm.
facilitate whatever you want to continue to do move forward. And that's where I believe where the strong stance still feels that, hey, our number one option is still very much in sight. Even with what happened with this week, and I said that, I was like, guys, Lane, we lost to USF week 2. I don't like we're not auditioning here. This team isn't auditioning for Lane. That's not
Yeah.
how this works.
Yeah.
What do you again? I know you still. I'm assuming you still feel very optimistic on Lane coming to
Mhm.
Gainesville as of today.
Yeah. No, I don't. Nothing has changed from anything that I've heard. Again, you're not selling a coach on a vision of how that season goes. They know they fired a head coach. Like Lane Kiffin doesn't need to watch Florida play to Kentucky to know that just may not be the program anymore, right? If Lane Kiffin wants the job and Florida can, get it across the finish line, which I think that they have every intention of doing, Lane Kiffin's not tying it up in whether, Florida scored 7 points or whether they beat Kentucky by 14 points. That's not how these searches go, right? Because most of that stuff doesn't matter anyway. Most of the staff's going to be gone. A lot of the players are going to be gone. The situation's different. Maybe your quarterback is different. Maybe you say, hey, we have issues at, X, Y, and Z positions, maybe at the wide receiver, but at X, Y, and Z positions as well. Those are the things, and that's how I'm going to make those changes. But you're completely changing the program. You're not inheriting anything from this old group. Yes, you are with some players, but you can go and solve some of those issues. But your goal with Lane Kiffin isn't going to be, hey, Florida goes 4-8 this year. It's not going to be, hey, Lane Kiffin, you need to go 10-2 next year. You're out the door. It's going to be, hey, you've got to rebuild in the standard that you want and what your future of the program looks like. It's not tied to one game or just, how this season goes. If Florida fired Billy Napier for a reason, like I don't know what our expectations were. Like, yeah, it was cool to, be in the game against Georgia and we probably could have won that game, but you still fired Billy Napier. Does like beating Kentucky matter, or like does going to the Gasparilla Bowl again really make a huge difference in whether Lane Kiffin's going to come to Florida or not? No, probably not. So nothing has changed from anything that I've heard. I do want to reiterate, like Lincoln Riley is not a candidate for this job today. As of 45 minutes ago, Lincoln Riley was not and is still not a candidate for this job.
Love that. Okay, some more clarity. That kind of leads into the next little part here. Any true business person has a plan B. Like you have to be prepared. Because
Yep.
again, the question that everybody's asking is like, what's the holdup? And I think the answer is pretty blatant, right? For
Yeah.
for obviously for the season, how it unfolds. You give it a date of when you think this thing shapes out, and that date was December 19th when you came on the show a few weeks ago, right? Which obviously the
Yeah, I
season.
mean, I think that you'll have a better idea towards the beginning of December, but, like, I told everybody from the beginning, there's just not much that's gonna happen between now and the end of the football year. It's just not how these searches go. It's not how college football moves. You're just not gonna know anything. Now, you might know something if somebody signs an extension, then that changes things like what you saw with Curt Cignetti, but you're not going to see Lane Kiffin, Brent Key, any name out there on
Accepting anything.
November the 9th be like, oh, by the way, my team is competing for a spot in the playoffs. But I just want to let you know that whenever this magical run is done, I'm leaving. That's just not how it works.
Would you see him announcing it if they're in the playoffs?
I think that you will know if Ole Miss is in the playoffs. There's no extension where I think stuff will start to leak out. Yeah.
It's just too close at that point to where it's like you can't ignore it.
Right.
The tweet, the retweet from Lane, the tweet heard around the world of DJ Lagway being benched. What was your thought of that.
I mean, Lane Kiffin is who, like, this is the thing that about Lane Kiffin, right? Like,
What we
he
love.
wins football games, but he's also a troll, right? And he knows how to get under people's skin. Like, Lane Kiffin knows that he's a candidate for the Florida role. He also knows that DJ Lagway got benched, and like they're playing they're playing Florida next week at Ole Miss.
We're his
Like,
target now.
maybe right. We
As
are
of
the
this,
team that he's playing now, and he's letting his fan base know, oh, hey, he's still the head coach at Ole Miss, right? Like, whether he comes to Florida or not, like, he's still the head coach at Ole Miss. So you're going to do stuff like that to rile people up. Lane Kiffin has matured, but he's still the same, like, type of troll. He's going to have the shenanigans. And I promise you, if he comes to Florida, he's going to do something that, like, frustrates you and pisses you off if you're not winning. That's just the kind of guy he is.
it's look, that's the person. That's what you love about him. Like that's why Florida fans are so intrigued by him, and that's why we're like, I didn't take it as. I mean, and again, I think we should honestly respect it. Like we are at this moment his enemy. Like even if you have intentions to go, I'm still here to beat your ass. Like that should be. And people are like I don't. I mean, you should go. I want to go beat him on Saturday just as much as he should want to beat us, regardless of what we do at the end of this thing. Like, we're
The
here
team
for
that you're
battle.
playing on Saturday, I don't even know if they've sold out the game yet. Maybe they have. It's apparently the biggest game in Ole Miss history, which is cool.
I thought the
So
guy was
congrats
saying
to you guys.
Citadel was the biggest game. He's supposed to come on our show on Wednesday. We'll see. The Ole Miss guy from Locked On Ole Miss. I can't wait to have talk with him. But yeah, I thought he was talking about Citadel being the biggest game of their career. That was how I took the clip.
I mean, who knows? Maybe the next game's always the biggest game. You know what I mean? That was Urban Meyer's thing, right? Our biggest win is the next one. But he's still their head coach, and it's still, hey, he's not DJ Lagway's coach. He's not Florida's coach. Like, absolutely, the type of person Lane Kiffin is to poke fun at the team that he's about to play, benching their quarterback 7 days before you play them. I mean, that's who
He did it
is,
to
and that's who
Oklahoma.
he's
He
always
made fun of
been.
Oklahoma for cheating. Like this is what he does, and then he made fun of him like a week after. Like I was
Yeah, he
like,
made
he's
fun
done
of
it to
Florida
everyone he's
for
played.
he lied about Florida, calling a recruit. He, when he got introduced to be the head coach at Tennessee, he said that he's going to be singing Rocky Top all night long in Gainesville. Like, he is the same guy. He's like a little bit more mature. But if you don't think that Lane Kiffin doesn't know what he's doing to rile people up and keep conversation going about him, and then probably just laugh from his phone, like, that's just who he is. And like, you're going to either love it or you're going to hate it.